Hello, this is Louise from Kiruna, Lappland, and I am here to introduce you to the possibilities of meetings in Kiruna. Did you know that the city is being moved due to the mine? I am now standing in front of the new Kiruna city center. These buildings behind me are the new Kiruna City Hall with a golden roof on top, the new cultural center which will incorporate a congress hall for up to 1,400 people, and also a Scandic hotel which will have 231 rooms.
Hello, Louise. Hello from Hamburg. Where is Kiruna located?
Yes, Peter. Kiruna is situated 200 kilometers above the Arctic Circle, and it is the northernmost destination in Sweden. And you have the three-country cairn in the north, and it stretches from mountain to forest land.
Louise, can you tell me and our audience how to get to Kiruna?
It is really easy to get to Kiruna. You can take the daily direct flight from Stockholm, and it takes about 1.5 hours. And you can also take the train, which takes 15 hours. You hop on in Stockholm, and then you will be in Kiruna the next day.
Hey, Louise, maybe you can tell us some unique things event planners can do in Kiruna.
Yes, Peter. The unique things about Kiruna, well, we have the largest underground iron ore mine in the world, 2 satellite launches into space. We have ICE-Hotel, of course. We have the highest mountain in Sweden, Kebnekaise. And we also are known for the best northern lights in the world. You can see it in the whole of Kiruna, but the best place is on that mountain behind me, at Aurora Sky Station.
Hey, Louise, I have heard your city Kiruna is moved. But how can a city move? Can you explain this for us, please?
Yes, this is called an urban transformation, and the current city center is being moved 3 kilometers east to the new city center, and this has created attention worldwide. And a lot of people ask me questions: how do you move the buildings, and what will you do about the church? You can also join a mine tour down to level 540 meters and through the LKAB's visitor center to learn more about how LKAB operates on a daily basis, the mining company. You can also join a guided tour in the city where you will learn more about the history of the city and what it looks like today and what will happen in the future. And you will also visit the church. There's really no end to the memories that MICE groups can create in Kiruna. And I will just show you a few of the many examples that we have. And I will start with ICE-Hotel, so come and join me. Hello everyone, we will now meet Mikael Dahlberg, the travel trade manager at ICE-Hotel. So hello Michael.
Hey guys, my name is Michael. I'm working with sales here at ICE-Hotel, both with groups, leisure guests, events, basically everything you can think of. I'm going to grab you guys a bit of a quick show around so you know at least a bit of what it's about. I'm going to swap my camera around, so make sure to show you guys everything. Just first, the most important part, which is the Torne River. So right outside here is where we get all the materials we need to make the actual ICE-Hotel. So the river is the source of the hotel. I'm standing almost on top of the ICE-Hotel. We have a bit of a viewpoint here. Just go down the stairs. I'm going to try to stand right in between the two hotels. Over there, you'll have the entrance. So every year we make basically this entire building made of just snow and ice. So we make 36 rooms, and then inside this building, behind that entrance and the sun, you just see straight up here. This is one of the key icons of ICE, that we always have a chandelier
every piece of ice crystal up there, they are handmade to make about 8,000 of these crystals each and every year. Behind me here, we have the actual corridor. So to the left, we have actually a movie theater and also 8 art suites. And on the right side, we have 9 luxury suites. So in total here, there's 18 rooms, so 9 plus 9. I probably said it wrong just now, but 18 rooms inside here, and these are open all year round.
Åker till Isberg för Chanel. 100 modejournalister kommer dit och så...
So in here it is -5 degrees, and when you would stay in here, you need to use some opposite thinking. So the less clothes you wear, the warmer you get. And inside here, and this room is made by Kestutis and Vitautas. Vitautas is the strongest man I've ever met. And we just walk around here. This is where you will sleep. So you'll be staying in sleeping bags, -5 degrees. You do get really warm and cozy inside here. And there's actually both single and double sleeping bags. So you can stay 2 in one, or if one of the 2 persons moves a lot, you can stay in your own sleeping bag too. And for me, actually, I think it's a bit too warm to stay inside here. I get really, really warm in the sleeping bags, a lot warmer than I'm actually at home.
Ice Hotel has 276 beds, and it is recommended to stay 1 night in cool and 1 night in a warm hotel room or chalet. Yeah, and how about meetings? Ice Hotel can take up to 100 people in cinema seating. The whole experience can be tailor-made, and it can be a TP event, it can be a wilderness dinner, it can be meeting reindeers or go snowmobiling, and all this surrounded by nature. Now I am standing in front of Kampripan. I will go inside now and talk to Ida Johansson, the sales and booking manager.
So this is the lobby at Kampripan, and here we have in the middle the big fireplace. The word Kampripan comes from camp, getting together around the fireplace. So this is where all the activity starts for our guests. So they come here to check in, and they come here to start their activities, and they come here to also go into the restaurant.
Hello Ida.
Hi, welcome to Kampripan and to our lobby. So my name is Ida, and I work here as the sales and booking manager, and I will be showing you around today, focusing on the MICE.
So Ida, what are the possibilities for meetings and incentives at Kampripan?
Well, we have quite a few possibilities. We're sitting in, if you're looking at the meeting rooms, we're sitting in one of the meeting rooms called the Northern Light Room at the moment. And it's one of the smaller, cozier meeting rooms that we have. It takes about 20 to 30 people normally, but we also have a second meeting room downstairs next to the restaurant, which is the conference room. And we can take up to 80 people there if we open up like doors and things to make the room bigger. But the best size group at Kampripan, I would say, is 10 to 20, 30 people. But we have a lot of possibilities also with the activities. So at Kampripan we have the conference, the meeting rooms of course, but then we also have our Aurora Spa. We have a really nice, well-known kitchen at Kampripan, and then we also have all the activities that you can do. So for meeting and incentive groups we have a lot of team building activities. We do cooking classes for the smaller groups, and then of course a visit to the spa. So there's a whole program that you can do while staying at Kampripan as a group.
You're talking about cooperating with other companies in Kiruna, and do you have kind of a guided tour about the history of the city?
Yes, we do. So we have a city tour, a city guided tour with a guy called Dan, who's a historian. He knows everything there is to know pretty much about Kiruna. And he's very well liked with the groups, and he can also take small to bigger groups. Kiruna is quite a young city. It's only 120 years old as a city when you look at it, and came up because of the mining. So in this tour, you get to follow Dan driving through Kiruna, and you stop at certain historical places, and he talks about how Kiruna became a city. He talks about the mining, and a little bit about the history around that. And then also now, of course, with the city being moved, so he takes you to the old city center and also to the new city center, and then you get to look at some of the houses that Kiruna's already moved, and of course the Kiruna church. So we recommend everyone who visit us as a group, but also on your own, to do this tour, because this is something unique that's happening in Kiruna now that you can't find anywhere else in the world. So
yeah, that's right. You are very known for your sustainability work. Can you mention a little bit about that?
Yes, so sustainability, we worked a lot with sustainability since we started Camp Ripan, but then we didn't really think about what we were doing, because living in a sustainable way and taking care of the nature is quite, that's just what you do when you live in this region. So you prepare for winter, you live you spend most of your time outdoors. That's the lifestyle here. So of course that's something that we wanted to incorporate in the business as well. So we worked throughout the last years becoming an eco-labeled hotel. Svanen is one of the things, and a lot of our activities are nature's best. Also sustainable Arctic destination. That's something that Kiruna Lappland is working with all the businesses around here to have that certification. And 2 years ago we renovated our kitchen to become more sustainable. So now it's one of the most environmentally friendly kitchens in Scandinavia, which is pretty cool. So we have, for example, the way that we think is that instead of wasting things, we think like, okay, how can we reuse this and what can we do with it? So, for example, we have a machine in the kitchen that we call the pig, because he likes to eat a lot. So he will take care of the food scraps. So we obviously try to do everything to minimize waste in the restaurant, because food waste is a massive problem everywhere in the world. So we try to make sure that we minimize it, but the waste that we do have goes into this machine, and then he turns it into soil. And at the moment we are selling the soil or giving it away, so people in Kiruna can come and just collect some soils for their flowers and things. But the idea is that we're going to build a greenhouse next to the spa, and in the greenhouse we're going to use the warm air from the spa coming in the greenhouse, and then take the soil from the restaurants to grow our own herbs and a little bit of perhaps vegetables and things. So it becomes like a whole ecosystem, and that's pretty much represent the way that we think about everything. Is instead of wasting or buying new things, how can we reuse it, fix it, and get the most out of everything that we have, even things such as warm air and food scraps.
Great work. You talked about the Aurora Spa, and what can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so the Aurora Spa is something that we built in 2012-13 to really offer our guests a different experience. So we call it the Arctic Spa. We have the three cultures in Kiruna that we work a lot with. Is the Swedish culture, the Swedish mining culture, I would probably say, the Torne Valley culture, and the Sami culture. So the spa is a combination of all those three cultures together in the way that it's designed and built up, but also in the way that we make the products. So we make the products ourselves at the spa, and also again the coffee mask is from coffee grains left over in the restaurant. We take it to the spa and make coffee masks out of it. So we try and think there as well how we can reuse things. And we recently won the award of most unique spa experience in Europe. And I think that pretty much says what the Aurora Spa is about, because it is unique, and it's something that you can only find in Kiruna, because we want the guests to really feel like not only that they're a part of the Arctic lifestyle or above the Arctic Circle, but that they're in Kiruna as a city. And that's what you can find at the spa. So we're really happy for this award, because I think that represents the Aurora Spa quite well.
And it's possible to book for private groups and...
Yeah, so you can book. You can definitely book it privately for smaller or larger groups. So it's something that we have recommend all the MICE groups to have in their program at least one visit to the spa. Yes.
Kampripan has access to facilities for 390 people in conferences. They can also arrange team building activities with the cooking classes, Sami survival courses, Northern Lights experiences, snowmobiling. You see the mountain behind me, the Nolia mountain. 10 kilometers from where I am standing now in Abisko, you find Björkliden Fjällby, where we will meet Anton Niemi, who works for Lapland Resorts with bookings. He will tell you a little bit more about their possibilities of meetings and incentives and events. So come and join me and talk to Anton Niemi. What can you tell us about Lapland Resorts? You have more than one hotel.
That would be correct. We're currently located here in Björkliden. We also have another facility called the Riksgränsen, about 40 kilometers away from here. These are two very different facilities, even though the distance in between them, with different types of activities that can be performed at each and respective place.
What is the difference between the hotels?
Well, that's a very broad question, but I would personally say that Björkliden is more suitable for people who would just like to experience the Lapland nature, whilst the Riksgränsen might be a better facility if you're looking for larger conference groups, alternatively if you have a conference group that is very ski interested.
What are your possibilities of meetings and incentives?
It's very capable. Here in Björkliden we can accommodate just above 500 guests at a given moment. And if you're looking at our conference halls, we have halls for up to 100 people at a given time. Over at Riksgränsen, our other facility, we have the possibility to accommodate just around 600 guests at any given moment. And we have some larger conference halls available there, up to almost 200 people in our largest one.
Do you do many events as well?
We do have a couple of events each and every year. Just as an example, the other year we had a very large event just here behind the camera, of course, there on our golf course, where we had a very large group from all around the world who stayed in teepee huts over the night. So they stayed out on the mountainside, and we arranged both guides and food for them up in the mountains. And this was made possible due to the collaboration with all our different other beautiful companies here around the Kiruna region, here in Lappland, which, well, we all work together to make it possible, a possibility.
Lapland Resorts facility in Björkliden Fjällby offers conferences and adventures all year round. And they also have 46 hotel rooms and 80 cabins, of which many of them are renovated. You could say that Björkliden Fjällby is for everyone because they have extreme challenges and softer adventures. And they have the most spectacular restaurant view in Sweden, the Laponian Gate. We have many years of experience working with MICE in Kiruna, and we tailor-make the experiences for the whole group. Where else in the world can you find such unique experiences as in Kiruna? And this is with the Arctic lifestyle and the nature as venue. We can arrange smaller team building activities to larger events, and that is all year round. And we have new possibilities with the new Kiruna city center and the Congress hall for 1,400 people. So come and join us.